China, now the world's second-largest economy and top importer, was a different story 40 years ago. Back then, it was a poor, mostly rural country with at least 30% of its people living in poverty. Things began to shift in 1978 when China kicked off major economic changes. The first reforms targeted farming. Farmers could now sell extra crops in the open market. Success in agriculture and more open trade led to privatizing other state-run businesses. In 1980, China joined the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. That same year, it set up 4 special economic zones to attract foreign investment. As China opened up, companies rushed in to build factories and use the cheap labor. Stock markets in Shanghai and Shenzhen launched in 1990. The next decade saw booming economic growth, averaging 10% yearly. Since China's economic reforms began, over 500 million people have escaped poverty. This transformation has been called an economic miracle, one that the global economy now relies on. In 2014, a tweet from Bill Gates revealed an astonishing fact. China used more cement in 3 years than the US did throughout the entire 20th century. This startling statistic highlights China's incredible growth since its economic reforms began around 1980, a phenomenon that has reshaped global economics and politics. Some experts have dubbed this rapid development the China miracle. To grasp the speed of this transformation, look no further than Shanghai. From 1990 to 2010, it evolved from a modest town into one of the world's largest cities. This swift progress has left many, including economic experts, puzzled. How did a country with 1.4 billion people change so dramatically? The transformation from a struggling agrarian society to a powerful industrial nation is even more remarkable when smaller countries with seemingly better conditions haven't achieved similar success. It's not just about population size. India, with comparable numbers, hasn't grown as quickly. Some might attribute China's success to its economic opening in the 1980s, but other nations, including India, took similar steps. While these changes were important, they weren't unique to China. Others point to China's rise as a manufacturing powerhouse, using cheap labor and global trade. However, many developing countries have low-cost workers and participate in the global economy without experiencing such dramatic growth. So what's behind China's rapid development? To understand this, we need to examine the key drivers of economic growth. These boil down to 3 main factors: investment, education, and technological advancement. But before we explore further, please consider supporting this channel by subscribing. Investment has been a cornerstone of China's strategy. Since 1980, China has consistently invested over 30% of its GDP across various sectors. This includes significant spending on infrastructure, healthcare, social programs, and public services. While developed nations like the US and European countries don't need to invest such a large portion of their GDP, China has maintained this high level of investment for decades. One of the most visible and influential areas of China's investment has been its enormous infrastructure projects. The government has channeled vast resources into constructing and improving everything from bullet train networks and expressways to state-of-the-art airports and seaports. As a result, China now has the world's most extensive high-speed rail system. These trains zip across the country at amazing speeds. This huge investment has made it much easier and faster for people and goods to move around China. Better roads, rails, and ports have also boosted trade with other countries, making it simpler and cheaper to import and export goods. But where did China find the money for all this? The answer is twofold: foreign direct investment (FDI) and state-owned enterprises (SOEs). China has been very good at attracting FDI, which has been key to its economic growth. Creating special economic zones was a smart move. These areas offered tax breaks, fewer rules, and a business-friendly setting, making them very appealing to foreign investors. Cities like Shenzhen, which grew from a tiny fishing village into a huge city, show how these zones drove growth. FDI brought in not just money, but also new technology, management skills, and access to global markets. Big companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla, which set up shop in China, have boosted local businesses, created jobs, and shared technology and knowledge. This influx of FDI has been a big reason for China's quick industrialization and modernization. State-owned enterprises have also been crucial to China's investment strategy. While many countries have moved away from government ownership, China has kept and even strengthened its SOEs in key areas like energy, communications, and transportation. These companies have received lots of financial support and backing from the government, allowing them to take on big projects that might be too risky or expensive for private firms. For example, SOEs have been essential in building China's high-speed rail network and energy systems. The government's control over these enterprises has allowed for coordinated efforts in industrial development and technological progress, making sure these key sectors align with national economic goals. Education and market reforms were vital for growth in developing countries, including China and India. China focused on two main things: investing in its people and promoting gender equality, areas where India has lagged. Even after becoming more market-oriented, China invested heavily in its people, outpacing India in improving education and health standards needed for a globally competitive workforce. According to the World Bank, India scored 0.49 on human capital, lower than countries like Nepal and Kenya, despite being richer. China scored 0.65, similar to much wealthier nations like Chile and Slovakia. While China's female workforce participation has dropped to about 62% from around 80% in 1990, India's rate has fallen from 32%. Overall, better human resources and more gender equality have greatly helped China's productivity growth. Technology plays a key role. Once a country has good infrastructure and strong human capital, it can make big tech advances. In recent years, China has been learning about tech innovation from other countries. When foreign companies want to enter the Chinese market, the government can make them share tech with local firms. One way is by making foreign companies team up with Chinese ones. For example, sharing high-speed rail tech has been crucial for China's infrastructure plans. They adapted Japan's safe and efficient Shinkansen tech through partnerships with Chinese companies like CRRC. Another case is in cars, where foreign firms like Volkswagen partnered with Chinese companies such as Saiki Motor. This has helped Chinese firms make cars that meet global standards and compete well internationally. Also, government support for research and big tech companies have made China a tech leader. These three main reasons explain why China has grown so fast, while other countries have also gained from similar economic drivers. The size and effectiveness of China's government actions are unmatched. What are your thoughts on our analysis? Feel free to share in the comments below if you found this insightful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more engaging videos.